Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ways to Learn English. If this is your first time here, we're very glad you found us. And if you've been listening for a while, welcome back. It really means a lot that you're here again with us today. My name is Alex.
And I'm Lena.
This podcast is a calm space where you can improve your English naturally through real conversations. No pressure, no stress, just listening, understanding, and improving step by step.
And today feels a little more personal than usual.
Yes, it does. Because today, we're going to talk about reconnecting with people and the feeling of talking to someone again after a long time.
That's a very emotional experience.
It is. Sometimes, life gets busy. People move. Friendships become quieter, not because anyone did something wrong, but because life changes.
I think everyone has experienced that at least once.
Yes. And today, we're going to explore that experience in simple, calm English. Not just vocabulary, but real emotions, real situations, and real conversations.
And as always, you don't need to understand everything. Just listen. Your brain is learning even when you feel like it isn't.
Exactly. And today, I want you to imagine yourself inside the conversation, not outside of it. Imagine these moments in your own life. Because language becomes powerful when it connects to your real experiences. Lena, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Have you ever reconnected with someone after many years?
Yes, actually I have.
What did it feel like?
It felt strange at first. Not bad strange, just unfamiliar. Because this was someone who used to be part of my daily life. We used to talk almost every day.
Who was it?
My friend Daniel. We were co-workers at my first job.
Your first job?
Yes. I was nervous all the time back then. Everything was new. New responsibilities, new people, new routines.
That's a very vulnerable time in life.
It really is. And Daniel was one of the first people who made me feel comfortable there. He wasn't loud or overly friendly, but he was calm. He would ask simple questions like, "How's your day going?" or "Are you feeling okay?"
Those small questions can mean a lot.
Yes. Because when you're new somewhere, you often feel invisible. But when someone notices you, it changes everything.
That reminds me of when I moved to a new city. I didn't know anyone there except my cousin.
Were you close to your cousin?
We weren't very close before. We saw each other at family gatherings, maybe once or twice a year. But when I moved, he became my only familiar connection.
Did that bring you closer?
It did. We started having dinner together once a week. Nothing fancy. Sometimes we just ordered simple food and talked about our week.
What kind of things did you talk about?
Everything. Work, stress, childhood memories, even small things, like the dog we had when we were kids.
You had a dog together?
Yes. His name was Bruno. He was old, slow, and very gentle.
I love dogs like that.
Me too. He used to sit next to us when we were kids, especially when we were sad. He didn't fix anything, but his presence helped.
Animals have a quiet way of supporting us.
They really do. And talking about those memories with my cousin helped us reconnect. Not as distant relatives, but as real friends. Let's listen to a natural conversation now. Just relax and listen. Hey Lena, I saw something today that reminded me of an old friend.
Really, what was it?
I walked past a small coffee shop. It looked exactly like the place we used to go after work. Same warm lights, same quiet atmosphere, same feeling.
Did it make you miss those days?
Yes, not because those days were perfect, but because they were meaningful.
Have you talked to that friend recently?
Not in a long time. Life moved us in different directions. New jobs, new routines, new responsibilities.
Do you ever think about reaching out?
I do. Sometimes I even open our old messages. But then I hesitate
Why?
because I wonder if too much time has passed.
I understand that feeling, but sometimes people are happier than we expect when we reconnect.
That's true. Sometimes they miss us too.
That conversation feels very real.
Because it is. These moments happen to everyone. Not dramatically. Quietly. Gradually.
I think many listeners can relate to that.
Yes. And this is important for English learning too. Because real conversations are not perfect. They include pauses, memories, emotion, reflection.
Not just information.
Exactly. Language is not just words. It's connection.
You know, I actually reconnected with Daniel last month.
Really?
Yes. He sent me a simple message. He wrote, "Hey Lena, I hope you're doing well." That was it. Just one sentence.
How did you feel when you saw it?
Honestly, nervous. Not because I was afraid of him, but because that message opened a door to the past.
What did you do?
I waited for a few minutes, then I replied. I wrote, "I'm doing well. It's really nice to hear from you."
That's a beautiful response.
And after that, we started talking again. Not every day, not like before, but enough to remind me that some connections never fully disappear.
Remind you of something important. Time can create distance, but it doesn't always erase meaning.
Some people remain part of your story, even when they are no longer part of your daily routine.
And reconnecting with them can remind you of who you were and how far you've come.
It can also remind you that you were never truly alone.
In part 2, we're going to continue this conversation and explore how to naturally reconnect with people in English, what to say, how to say it, and how these conversations can become meaningful again.
Stay with us.
Welcome back. In part 1, we talked about reconnecting with people from your past. Not in a dramatic way, but in the quiet, real way it often happens.
Through a simple message, a memory, or even a feeling.
And now, let's continue that experience. Because reconnecting is not just about sending a message. It's about what happens after. The emotions, the hesitation, the curiosities, and sometimes, the relief. Lena, what happened after you and Daniel started talking again?
At first, we kept it simple. We asked basic questions. How have you been? How's work? How's life?
That's natural. When time passes, people need to rediscover each other slowly.
Exactly. But then, something unexpected happened. He mentioned something I had forgotten.
What was it?
He said, "Do you remember the day you almost quit your job?"
Wow. That sounds like an important memory.
It was. I was overwhelmed. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I remember sitting at my desk, staring at my screen, feeling completely lost.
And he remembered that?
Yes, he told me he noticed I looked different that day. Quieter. More distant.
What did he do?
He didn't say anything at the time. He just stayed nearby, and later he asked if I was okay.
Sometimes quiet support is the most powerful kind.
It really is. And hearing him remember that moment made me realize something.
What did you realize?
That even when I thought nobody noticed me, someone did.
That reminds me of a conversation I had with my mother recently.
What happened?
She told me she was proud of me. But not because of anything specific. Not because of success or achievement. She said she was proud because I kept going, even during difficult times.
That must have meant a lot to hear.
It did. Because sometimes we forget how much people care about us. Not loudly, but quietly, consistently. Let's listen to a natural role play. Imagine two old friends seeing each other again after a long time. Just listen. Hey, Lena?
Alex? Wow, it's really you.
It's been a long time.
It really has. You look different.
Different in a good way, I hope.
Yes, more confident, more calm.
Life teaches us a lot.
It does. I wasn't sure if we would ever see each other again.
Me neither. But I'm glad we did.
Me too. Some friendships don't disappear, they just pause.
That's a beautiful way to say it. Conversations like this are very important for English learners, not because of complex vocabulary, but because of emotional truth.
These are the kinds of conversations people have in real life.
Yes. And now, let's focus on a few phrases that can help you reconnect with someone naturally.
I remember hearing the phrase, "It's been a long time." It sounded simple, but very meaningful. When do people usually say that?
That's an excellent observation. It's been a long time is used when you see or talk to someone after a significant period. It acknowledges both the time and the emotional distance. For example, it's been a long time since we last talked.
I also noticed the phrase, "I'm glad we did." It sounded very warm.
Yes, I'm glad we did means you're happy something happened. For example, I'm glad we talked today. It expresses appreciation for the moment.
There was another phrase that felt very emotional. Some friendships don't disappear, they just pause. It didn't sound like a typical sentence. It sounded deeper.
That's because it reflects emotional truth, not just information. And native speakers often express emotions this way, not with complicated words, but with honest ones. Now, let's practice together. Repeat after us. Not perfectly, just naturally. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
I'm really glad we talked.
I'm really glad we talked.
I missed talking to you.
I miss talking to you.
It's nice to reconnect.
It's nice to reconnect.
Great job. These phrases are simple, but powerful. Before we finish today's episode, I want you to reflect on something. Think about someone from your past, a friend, a family member, a coworker, someone who mattered to you.
You don't have to contact them right now. Just remember them.
Because language is not only about speaking to strangers, it's also about reconnecting with people who shaped your life.
And every time you listen to English, you're building the ability to express those moments.
Progress in English is not always loud. Sometimes it's quiet. You understand one more sentence. You recognize one more phrase. You feel one step closer to confidence.
And over time, those small steps become real change.
You become someone who understands more, feels more comfortable, and connects more easily. And that brings us to the end of today's episode.
Thank you for spending this time with us.
Keep listening, keep improving, and most importantly, keep believing in your progress.
You are doing better than you think.
See you in the next episode, and feel free to listen to our earlier episodes too.